is a continuation of a previous tutorial, but we're starting over except for the background. This is another way of doing a basic title. Go to the shapes in the toolbar and select the ellipse tool. Make sure ellipse is filled and has no outlines. Click on the stroke option and set it to none. Click on the fill option and set it to solid color. Let's turn on our save action and save title guide. Press the apostrophe or the quote key. Place your cursor in the middle and drag. It's difficult to make a circle like this. So what you do is drag, press shift, then command, and let go. Bring up our scale attribute. Place a keyframe. Move a few seconds forward and keyframe it. Set the first keyframe to a value of 0. We have now our scaling animation. Turn on motion blur for the layer. Let's make it gradually slow down. Bring up opacity control by Shift plus T. Set the keyframe and set it to a value of 0. Go a little seconds back and set it to a value of 55. Now our ellipse disappears after animation completion. We can change how our layers interacts with the layers above and below it. Right-click your layer and go to the blending modes. Select Overlay. Duplicate the layer by pressing Command plus D. Offset the layer a bit. Then repeat the process. Preview the animation. We have now a smooth Rigel waves effect. Create a text layer. Type any words you want. Align it to the middle. Toggle motion blur on. Bring up the scale and add the keyframe. Set the value to 0. Move a few seconds forward. Add the keyframe. Set the value to 100. Tweak the animation like so. That's nice. Voila! Let's lock the background. Now we can move or modify it. Select the layers and right-click. Recolor the labels for organization. Set mine to bright yellow. While selected, press Command plus D to duplicate. Drag them on top to organize your layer. Turn off the original layers for now. This changes the text to everyone. Let's preview our animation. Great, looks good. Let's change the label colors to cyan. We may now turn on the other layers. Select the layers and move them accordingly. Let's offset the animation to give anticipation. Now let's group or precompose the layers. Go to Layer and go down to Precompose. We can leave the attributes or move them along with the layers inside the precomposition. You can rename this to anything you want and press OK. You can also create a precomposed layer by pressing Command plus Shift C. Now that we have moved all its blending mode and attributes inside, the overlay blend mode will not work. What we do is to collapse transformation. Just take it on. All effects would now be visible again. We can now duplicate any of these precoms and move it anywhere. You can also apply individual animation to each precom. Give them offsets. Now we have multiple precoms animating. Any changes you make to the original would affect everything. Now delete these and let's learn parenting and splitting layers. Bring up position controls. scooch a few seconds forward and key it. Let's adjust the first keyframe and move the layer to the left. Now we have an intro animation for the text. And yeah, we got a Twitter animation. Looking good. Now let's add the new text layer and type in anything like amigo. Align it perfectly with hello. Scooch, scooch, there you go. Set our text align to the right via the paragraph tool and scooch it to the right. Turn on motion blur. We want amigo to animate with hello. To parent it, drag the pickup tool to the precomp of hello. Amigo is now a child of hello. Well done! Wherever hello goes, its child follows. Remember we added animation to hello a while ago? To show you their relationship, let me drag the precomp of hello. Bring up scale attribute to amigo and keyframe it. Add another keyframe and set the first keyframe to 0. Again, tweak the animation. Give it a little offset, then preview. Let's animate the position too. Add keyframes and adjust the first one to move the layer downwards. Tweak the animation via the motion graph editor. Awesome. Adjust it a little bit for more time. Now what if we want to split the layer? You'll press Command plus Shift plus D to do that. You can change the text on the splitted layer. You can also delete it if you just want to trim down your layers. Now let's duplicate this layer and move it before the range slider. Press the backward bracket to move it after and the forward bracket to move it before the range slider. Let's change the text to something else. Since we duplicated this layer, it is also parented to hello. And we're done. See you on the next tutorial. On the next episode, we're going to learn about nulls, adjustment layers, and animation presets. If you like this video of Under Ideas by Kent Marco, support us on Patreon/KentMarco.